Hello, guys. This is ecn3113, Group 5, and thank you very much for coming to this discussion. First of all, we focus on a topic selected by our group, and we have a series of discussion. And please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wang Bocheng, and my magic number is 208624. And first, we have a contents, and also our discussion have 4 parts. The first part is overview. The next part is recording, and is facing problems and summary. And my responsibility is overview. So today, the problems of elderly is one of the important problems that we're facing in modern life, modern society. And with the change of the times, the problems of elderly has become increasingly prominent and followed by the increasing global aging. And the problems of providing for the aged has become the main focus of public opinion. So I found some dates. The first date is this chart is from the National Bureau of Statistics of China from 2006 to 2020. This is Chinese aging trend map and population share. And we can see that the proportions of people over 60 years old in the population is rising. And among them, 2020 increased by 33.3% compared with 2014. And this chart is a graphic data source for the world's aging problems and from the United Nations. The date is from the United Nations. And we can see that realized part that represents the past and present. And the dashed part represents the predict future. And from the date, we can see that the world's aging problems are becoming more and more serious before 2018. And the proportions of elderly people in Europe has long been the largest in the world. But Asian and Latin America has seen the sharpest increase. So, based on this, our group believe that it's very necessary to carry out activities to serve the elderly in the community. It can improve living conditions of the elderly in the community, and at the same time relieve the pressure on elderly problems in the community. And at the same time, it can help the local government and the state to improve the hotbeds of elderly problems. And at the same time, the elderly industry will be the next capital outliers. And we discussed our topic many times and found many problems and put forward solutions. So I will give you guys a list that what we do about this communication, this discussion. So first of all, as the community survives for elderly, our group conducted extensive discussions and research and finally reached the following conclusion. Discuss. Okay, so one is the team member. We determine the type of community service we performed. It's a volunteer work for the elderly, or say that community service, right? And the next part we have discussed several times separately, and we have determined the society, the social work project that we have undertaken. And the first is the volunteer service for the elderly, and the next is mental health services for the elderly, and the third part is export activities for the elderly. And the number 4 is invite the reporters to visit elderly community on site and speak up to all sectors of the society, and encourage young and middle-aged people to participate in elderly volunteer work. And the 5th part is cooperating with local government and enterprises, and will ensuring a win-win situation. And it's recommended that the local governments and enterprises dominate the materials to build activities and service facilities for the elderly. And fourth, we separately discuss the specific implementations rules of each work items. And 5, we discussed in detail our Survive project and the existing comprehensive community services for the elderly, and compare them. And based on the balance of advantages and disadvantages, we revised some of the detailed implementation rules for the project we discussed. And the sixth part that is due to the regional restrictions, the service items we discussed are not universal to a certain extent. So we made a second revision for the diversification. And the seventh part is the final discussion was conducted on specific implementation rules. And all of this is what I want to talk. And the next, please invite my co-workers to do the next part. And thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wang Zixuan. My metric number is 204,859. Now is part 3, facing problems. We have 5 questions in total. Next page. The first problem is volunteer service for elderly. We have 2 reasons. Firstly is older people have limited mobility to some extent due to their age and health. The second reason is older people are out of step with current society. Next page. Because of this reason, we think we should provide volunteer service for the elderly. Firstly, provide assistance in everyday life. We can help the elderly with cleaning, shopping, and other activities. We can look at these 2 pictures. The first is helping the elderly to clean up, and the second picture is purchase needed items for the elderly. Secondly, setting up an exclusive volunteer to carry out service for them is more focused and allows for a better understanding of the physical and the psychological conditions of the elderly. In addition, accidents can be prevented to a certain extent. Finally, it is hoped that a volunteer system can be set up to make the provision of service easier and faster. For example, when an elderly person makes a reasonable request, we can quickly provide assistance to them. At the same time, the establishment of a volunteer system will make volunteer service more standardized and rationalized. Okay, let my friends Xu Zihan to talk about the next part.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Xu Zihan. My metric number is 25080. I will explain the second part of the question about the mental health of the elderly. The first point is that elderly are generally less around of society and less able to deal with emergency, which may cause psychological damage for various reasons. The second part is that the elderly usually lack the company of their children and often stay at home by themselves, which makes it easy for them to have psychological problems when they do not communicate for a long time. Mental activity is very important to the health of the elderly. Therefore, our team visited local communication and gave advice to professionals to give one-on-one counselor to the elderly to understand what they think. Next page. And we can see many pictures for this activity. And the mental activity is very important to the health of the elder. And I think we can understand what they think and to set up psychological rooms in the community to save the elderly and to open community activities, singing and dancing to allow the elderly to communicate to greater extent. This can effectively solve the loneliness of the elderly so that to make a better state of mind. Let my friend Shenqing bring you the other side of the project.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Shenqing. My metric number is 205134. I will talk the third part. It's called activities for the elderly. It's called activities are aimed at evaluating the problems of the decline of physical fitness caused by the elderly staying at home for a long time, and the decrease of recreational activities caused by retirement. Okay, next page. Thank you. Our group studied the distribution of parks near the community and the scenic spots in the city. According to the general physical conditions and traveling intentions of the elderly, we concluded that the elderly were more willing to go to scenic spots close to the community for accompanying activities. Therefore, we shift the focus of our work to short trips. We launched escort activities for senior citizens in parks and mountain climbing activities in rural areas. Short trips can effectively improve the physical condition of the elderly. There is scientific evidence that mountain climbing can improve muscle density and enhance cardiovascular and cerebrovascular health. We also include hiking, regular exercise, yoga, and aerobics. While improving the physical quality of the elderly, it can also effectively improve their physical and mental health and make them happier. At the same time, regular escort activities can help improve the happiness of the elderly in the whole community and solve the problem of lack of recreational activities for the elderly. That's all of my part. Next one. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Wang Yuhui. My metric number is 205050. So let's look at the problem 4. First of all, let's look at these two problems. First, the phenomenon of empty nesters is widespread. Number 2, low social attention. In recent years, empty nesters and other common elderly problems have become more and more serious. Young children may spend the less time with the elderly because of work or other reasons. Moreover, social attention has not paid enough attention to the occurrence of this phenomenon. So to solve this problem, we will invite journalists to stay in the elder community, report the common problems among the elderly, and export our initiatives to the outside world. These two photos show that we are reporting to the society. We hope that by expressing the psychological demands of the elderly, we appeal to young and middle-aged people to go home to see the elderly accompany their lives, listen to their demands, and express their love and respect for the elderly. Secondly, we also want to speak out through the media from all walks of life, publicize the advanced concepts and songs of our community. Let everyone know the common problems of the elderly, trigger social discussion and thinking, and advocate and promote all sectors of society to pay attention to the elderly and participate in voluntary work for the elderly. We hope that in this way we can make the society pay attention to this problem, make children pay attention to it and elevated this social phenomenon. So that's all. Next one.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ma Xuna. My market number is 201713, and my problems is problem 5. For this problem, I give the two part. First part is about the government, local government, and the second part is local business. And okay, let's talk about the first part is about local government. Is about how the local government should be do it, and we need to have different policy according to local environment and special group of the people. Take example, most elderly people in China retired from factories, so most of them have a same occupation, diseases such as brains or fear of the heat. So we have ensure their welfare and also take the care about special place. And another example, in United States, in the north place, most elderly people, when before they're tired, their work is farmer, so they don't need worry about money or rich or poor. They're living very well and only need to do quiet. So for this retired people, we have to take different plan. So we just increase their happiness feeling and give them some quiet environment to survive. And the second part is about local enterprise or business. When we need some help of the companies or enterprise, we cannot just for asking. We must give some attention, make their feeling they have some profit they can get, and nobody can free to help you. So I mean, we cannot just give asking for help. Help can only by obtain under the conditions of ensure they have certain interests. Therefore, will attraction more enterprise to join our community activity. It also promotes their transformation. And the assistance contained can be a building, a facility else. Finally, in order to ensure the quality in our service, there will be mailbox. We have a mailbox for receiving opinion to communicate and improve with elderly people. Thanks. This is I give the solution for all my problem. So thanks a lot.
Okay, my name is Gao Yanmei. My metric number is 204793. I will make a summary. After many discussions and the implementation of 5 main measures, our community service was successful concluded. The problem we face is regional restrictions because the service items we discussed are not universal to certain extent. We cannot better promote our volunteer project to other regions. Of course, our primary purpose to serve a designated community, but we must also promote our community's excellent idea to the outside world. So we made a second revision for diversification. Next page. How to do? First, we choose to use social media by opening professional social media account to post the social hot issues for the elderly in different regions. Then filter according to the comment under the question. Select high-quality answers and conduct friendly communications and visits with local elderly service group. At the same time, we may set up special department to record excellent solutions to elderly problems in different regions, and set up professional archives for easy viewing by volunteer server group for the elderly in different regions. Next page. Here is our experience. Thanks to this community service, we have a lot of feeling. Today, the elderly are becoming more and more lonely. We profoundly realize the power of caring is animals. It can make older people happy and ourselves happy. At the same time, we are also aware of the importance of teamwork. The collaboration of the team made the project successful completed. It is a meaningful experience. We will maintain the original intention to bring more care for the elderly. So closer contact, we understand that what these elderly people lack is not material resources, but any and spiritual companionship. They don't ask for much, just to visit them often and communicate with them so that they don't feel lonely anymore. However, our meager efforts are certainly not enough. Therefore, we hope and appeal to people to stretch out our hands and offer you love so that they can truly enjoy their old age. Finally, let's take a look at our event video.